Welcome back to Weird Stuff in a Can. Today's Weird Stuff in a Can is Dorset Knobs. So, Dorset Knobs, Moore's Dorset Knobs biscuits. Now, this is a really ancient thing. These Dorset Knobs are a kind of crisp bread that's been in production continuously by Moore's Biscuits, actually for hundreds of years. Let's read what it says on the back of the tin first, actually. So they're from Bridport, and it says, Dorset Knob biscuits were originally made from dough left over from the morning's bread production. The dough was moulded into small rounds in the shape of an embroidered Dorset knob button, proved and baked overnight in the falling heat of the wood-fired oven. In the morning, the biscuits would emerge crisp and golden with remarkable keeping quality. The fact that they would stay fresh for weeks made them a store-cupboard staple for farming folk who would pour hot tea and sugar over them and eat them for breakfast. At other times of the day, they were split open and eaten with a little salted butter or mature cheese, which is how most people enjoy them today. Ingredients: wheat flour, enriched wheat flour, vegetable oil, sugar and yeast. There we go. So they are just bread, really, but they're bread that's been baked crisp. So let's have a look and see what we're actually dealing with here. So these Dorset Knobs are now only made in, I think, January and February of each year, because their popularity has declined a little bit, but also just because they are a bit of a speciality. So let's have a look inside the bag. So there we are. They are little hard bread rolls. So let's split one open, I think, and have a look inside of it. So yeah, they are similar texture, I would say, to a Dutch crisp bread. Let's have a little taste of a piece. They've got a sort of buttery flavour to them, actually. Quite a rich tasting, almost like a crisp bread but made of brioche. Quite nice. Now, these need a bit of cheese to go with them. They're quite sweet, actually. That's quite nice. Now, while we're talking about these Dorset Knobs, we have to mention the Dorset Knob Throwing Festival. Now, I think it used to be annual, it's now biannual. There's a festival down in Dorset where it's called the Dorset Knob Throwing Festival, and the main event is actually to try to throw these as far as you can. I think the world record is 25.1 metres, which for a very lightweight little bread roll is actually quite remarkable. I'm told that the Dorset Knob Throwing Festival features obviously Dorset knob throwing, knob painting, pin the knob on the Cerne Abbas giant, and many other knob related activities. I'm going to see if I can get along there next year, because that sounds like a lot of fun. Dorset's actually driving distance. I could go there on a day trip, so hopefully we'll get to the Dorset Knob Throwing Festival next year and have a look. So let's have a couple of these Dorset knobs, split them open, quite irregular little things. And we'll have some, I'll put the lid back on the tin so the dog doesn't get in there. I mean, what a nice tin while we're here. What a nice decorative tin. When that's empty, that's going to be probably reused as a biscuit tin, I think. So, they're supposedly to be enjoyed with cheese. So I've got a selection of lovely cheese here. So I've got some Somerset blue cheese. I can't remember what this is called. This is Lyburn Stoney Cross, and this is Dorset Blue Vinny. So I think really the right thing to do here is to try them with a bit of the cheese from the same district where the Dorset Knobs come from. So a bit of cheese there, a bit of Dorset Blue Vinny on my Dorset Knob biscuit, and let's give that a try. And that cheese is really good. In fact, I think we could do with a little bit of pickle here, actually. So I've got some Cheesemaker's pickle. That's not from Dorset, but I'm sure it'll go just fine with this. Actually, do you know what I think also? We'll have a little glass of beer. So I've got some Twisted Oak Copper Ale. Let's have a look at this. Nice. Let's have a taste. Very good. So let's try a bit of this Somerset. I can't remember what it's called, but I will put the name of this cheese up on the screen. Also a really nice cheese there. Let's try a little bit of this cheesemaker's pickle with it. Superb. So that was a couple of blue cheeses. Let's try it with a little bit of this Lyburn Stoney cross. This is just a hard conventional cheese. Well, it's a hard cheese. It looks a little bit like a very mature cheddar. That's so good. Gosh, that, for a very hard cheese like that, that's surprisingly creamy. I will say though, I think of the three cheeses I'm trying here, the Dorset Blue Vinny is the one that goes the very best with these Dorset Knob biscuits. It's just a really nice piquant blue cheese. I would say these Dorset Knobs they're not remarkable. They're little crisp breads actually, so they are quite unassuming little things. But in terms of what they need to do in this meal, they're doing it very well. Cheers. Oh, that got these things all together. Good cheese, good crackers, good beer, good pickle. What a fantastic combination. Okay, now it says on the tin that the farming folk would pour hot tea and sugar on them and eat them for breakfast. Well, seems like we've got to try that really, haven't we, before we go? It wouldn't be fair to go without doing that. And let's give this a try. Right, so we've got a Dorset knob there. Now this is interesting because I remember my mum giving me tea and sugar to dip my toast crusts into, and I wonder if that's part of this same kind of tradition. Anyway, let's just break that up then. It's a bit like a rusk, I suppose, so let's break that up. And then we've got some nice strong sweet tea here, which we'll just pour over the top. So, I mean, I suppose this is just it's a breakfast cereal when it's taken this way. Let's leave those to soak a little bit in that tea. Okay. And a bit of sugar. So let's see what that's like then. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Yeah, it's quite enjoyable actually. Definitely brings out more of the wheaty flavour. Yeah, I can see how that would be a good carbohydrate-rich breakfast to get you started before a day of hard farming. Yeah, not bad. Actually, I'm glad I tried it that way. Although I think my preference is still probably to have those with cheese as a cracker. So there we go, that is Dorset Knobs. Weird stuff in a can. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.